Hey sourcers and recruiters out there, Tony Steeman here, research consultant with the Novo Group, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how you find a candidate's email address when you're passively sourcing or researching to help fill positions. And so a lot of recruiters will come to me and they'll say, hey, I'm running a deep web, LinkedIn X-ray, or social media search on Facebook, or resume search on Indeed, and all I'm using is the proprietary format, for example on LinkedIn, sending an in-mail to contact the candidate, but the candidates are not responding, and part of the reason of that is that candidates are getting a plethora of in-mails from LinkedIn recruiter users, and so sometimes it's nice to be able to have the option of sending the candidate an email. Now this method I'm about to show you will work about 8 out of 10 times for candidates, so it has a pretty good success rate. So say we're sourcing along here, and to get started we pull up a profile of a candidate that we want to find the email address for and we want to contact. So for example, James Marks here, who works at Holcomb. So what I'm going to do now is, by pulling up this profile, I know he's currently with Holcomb, and I'm going to go ahead and just copy the name of the company that he's with. Now I like to open up multiple tabs here in Google Chrome just to keep things in a nice, easy process and method. So what I'm going to do is go over to Google, which I have open in a second tab window here, and I'm going to paste in the company name. Now by doing that, it's going to pull up the company website or the company URL. So what you'll see here is holcomb.com and holcomb.us. So I'm just going to assume that maybe there's a US based email format here, and what I want to do is copy, no matter what company URL this is, I want to go ahead and copy the back end of that URL. So anything after the www dot and before the last symbol. So in this case it's holcomb.us. What I'm going to do is type this into a special search string, which I will put in the description below for you to click on and experiment with and learn how to use on your own. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead in this search string and open up a quotation mark, then use the asterisk, then the @ symbol, and then I'm going to paste in the back end of that URL, and I'm going to close the quotation marks. Then I'm going to hit a space, and I'm going to open up a parentheses and type the word email or contact. I'm going to close the parentheses, and another way to actually do this is to use the bar, because Google recognizes the bar, which is by holding shift and going right above the enter key as an or symbol. I'm going to use the bar and just type contact. Both ways are the exact same to put it. I'm using this as my search string here, and then I'm using the back end email or contact, and I'm going to go ahead and click search. Now you might have to leaf through a page or two, and what you want to look for is these dark spots here, these highlighted or bolded statements, and you want to look for an email address of an employee at Holcomb. So right here is a PDF that has one, joel.bulduck@holcomb.com, and so I'm going to assume that Holcomb does not use the .us for their email format, but instead uses their main website, holcomb.com, and it's first name dot last name at holcomb.com. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up another tab, and I can see my candidate's name here. I'm going to leave out the middle name, and I'm going to do james.marks at, and I'm going to paste in the URL, and I'm going to change this to .com. So james.marks@holcomb.com, and I can hit verify email address now, and I'll include this website in the link in the description below. It's verifyemailaddress.com. And as you'll see here, the james.marks first name last name at holcomb.com, and clicking verify brought up that james.marks@holcomb.com is a valid email address. So now I'm not only left to just send an in-mail to my LinkedIn candidate, but I can also send a personal email letting them know that I have an open position that may fit their qualifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, I'll put the links in the description below. This has been Tony Steeman, research consultant with the Novo Group. Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you follow our company on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on LinkedIn. You can do that with the outro video by clicking on the links in the video that is coming up next. Have a great day.